Hey guys, I just wanted to talk you through some 24-month milestones. I almost said 26 months. No, a 2-year-old is 24 months. So, from a social emotional standpoint, what we want them to do is to be able to copy others. We want to start seeing them imitate other children, or other adults. We want them to get excited whenever they see other children, maybe some peers that they're familiar with and that kind of thing. Of course, at age 2, they're going to start showing a lot more independence. They will also show defiant behavior. So, unfortunately, that is a developmental, age-appropriate thing at this mark. So, as far as like parallel play goes, or playing with other children, they're mainly going to play beside the other children, but they're kind of starting to begin including them in their play. So you may start to see them play chase or, start engaging with other kids. From a language or speech standpoint, how they communicate, a lot of things that they're going to do to identify is going to be pointing. So if you say, hey, where's that? They're going to point. If you're looking at pictures in a book, hey, where's the duck? They're going to point to it. They also are going to know the names of familiar people and body parts. So, where's your eyes, where's your nose, where's your ears? They should be able to know a good bulk of those. And then if you say, where's mommy, where's daddy, where's brother, where's sister, that kind of thing, they should be able to, identify others as well. We want them to start saying sentences with 2 to 4 words. We want them to follow simple instructions. If you say, go get your shoes or go sit down, that kind of thing. We also want them to start repeating words that they've overheard in conversations. That can be a good thing or a bad thing. And then also, like I said, being able to point to objects in a book. As far as cognitive development goes, we want them to be able to find something that's hidden under a cover. So you can test this at home. You can get their favorite toy. You can cover it under a blanket and see if they can lift the blanket and still find the toy. Before this stage, if you hid something and it was covered, in their mind, it's gone. Like it's not to be uncovered and discovered. It's gone. So that's something that we want to see them come into on their own. We also are going to start sorting shapes and colors. So put the star with the stars, put the circles with the circles. And then if you've got different colors, put the red with the red, the blue with the blue, that kind of thing. We want them to play simple make-believe games. They may start pretending some. We want them to be able to build a tower of at least 4 blocks. So this can be Legos or this can be those little cubes. This can be bigger blocks that they can stack, just as long as they're able to get the concept of stacking on top to build a tower. They may use one hand more than the other up until this point. We don't want a hand dominance necessarily. We want them to use both hands pretty equally. We want them to follow 2-step commands. So when they're about 18 months, we want them to just be able to sit down or go get your shoes. But now we want them to be able to understand, pick up your shoes and put them in the closet. So that's a 2-step example of a command there. We want them to be able to name items in a picture book. So if y'all are reading, a bedtime story and you say, tell me what that is, and you want them to be able to say duck or ball or whatever the picture is that you're pointing to. Whereas previously at about the 18-month standpoint, we're looking more of, point to the duck, point to the ball. Well, now they need to be able to speak duck or ball. From a gross motor standpoint, as far as movement and development goes, at age 2, we want them to be able to kick a ball without losing balance. And like I said, we want them to be able to do it both-sided. We don't want to see a dominance on one side versus the other, or like a refusal to kick with the left foot and only kicking with the right foot, that kind of thing. We want them to be running. We want them to be able to climb like on the couch or into a chair, that kind of thing, be able to climb up on the furniture. We also want them to be able to walk up and down stairs as long as they're holding on to a handrail when it's available. And if a handrail is not available, if they can just hold one hand of an adult. We want them to be able to throw a ball overhand. And then finally, as far as coloring goes, we want them to be able to copy straight lines. So if y'all are sitting at, the table and they're scribbling and you say, can you make a line like this? And you just do, one vertical line. Or sometimes I'll make a sound with it. I'll say, can you go zap? And then you get the crayon in their hand and see if they can go up and down. Same thing if you go side to side to do horizontal lines, and then same thing with circular. So those 3, vertical, horizontal, and circular lines. So this is just a checklist to see where we are. It kind of gives you an idea of, you know, how we come up with our goals whenever we're writing goals and that kind of thing. So if there's anything that we're not working on that I've mentioned on this checklist, let me know. We can always do goal modification. And it also just gives you some ideas of how to incorporate some of this stuff at home. So hope that's helpful. Thanks, guys.